Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. We are going to be doing a Leo new moon collective reading for the Leo new moon that is happening August 4th, peaking at 7:12 a.m. Eastern time. So we're going to just jump into a collective reading, looking at what's coming up, what to focus on, and I'm going to do something a little different today where I'm going to try to channel some messages along with this rather than just focusing on the cards. I mean, I do kind of channel, but I'm going to try to focus on it a little bit more. So, side note, you can always look into the description for timestamps if you want to just jump straight into the reading. I like to do a little bit of background before we get into it, but if you just want to hop right in, that's up to you. Go ahead. So, I always like to mention the previous full moon and new moon of the current moon sign so that you can look in your journals, your notebooks, your photo camera roll, your Facebook memories, whatever you have available, Snapchat memories, to see if you can see any reoccurring situations, themes, just generally similar things that are happening now that were happening then, to see if there's something deeper in this cycle for you to be understanding or working through, integrating, etc. So the previous full moon to this new moon in Leo was January 25th, 2024, January this year, January 25th. And the last new moon in Leo was August 16th, 2023. So last August was the last Leo new moon. So just look at those dates. That's the 6-month and the 12-month cycle. Look and see if you have anything around there that was coming up, that's coming up now, and just get some deeper insight. Other notable transits to mention along with this new moon in Leo is we still have Saturn and Neptune retrograde in Pisces. That started like 3 weeks ago, maybe. We have Pluto retrograde in Aquarius currently. I think it'll be hitting Capricorn in the next few, I don't know. I'm not positive. It's slow moving, but it's retrograde, and it'll be retrograde until I believe the election. We have Mercury shadow period currently, but as the day after the new moon, Mercury retrograde will officially begin. That will happen in Virgo. Mercury has moved into the Virgo. After the retrograde begins, it'll dip back into Leo. And Venus has moved into Virgo as well. So those are the current transits. Oh wait, I forgot. Chiron is also retrograde in Aries. So, and I think Ceres is retrograde also, but I'm not very familiar with all of the asteroids, so I don't want to mention them if I don't really know much about them. So, and always a disclaimer, I'm not an astrologer. I study astrology. I'm an astrology student, not an astrologer, not to get confused. I bring this up though to just mention that we do have a lot of retrograde energy going on along with this new moon, so it might feel a little bit more impactful than if we didn't have all these retrogrades going on. I don't believe there were any big aspects that I noticed right away. I mean, Chiron and Aries might be trining. Yeah, I don't think any of these were. But just something to keep in mind that the retrograde season is not something to be scared of. It's just something to work with. It's more introspective, more, internal work, more refocusing, realigning, all of that fun stuff. I saw 333 on the camera there, so keep that in mind. All right, and yeah, so before we get into the reading, I'll just introduce myself. If you are new here, I'm Marie. I'm an intuitive tarot reader. I do channel messages, intuitive tarot reading. I am also a witchcraft and wellness kind of provider, meaning I do witchcraft. I have these spell oils, spell kits, do-it-yourself spell kits. I also create a bunch of art. It's just so much. I make these little punch needle things. I've got a lot going on, all right? You can find all of my offerings on my website below. You can find all my stickers and stationery products on my Etsy. Those are exclusively our limited supply, just my stationery on Etsy. I'm moving everything over to my website because, I pay for it. I'd like people to visit it. But yeah, like these Zodiac notebooks are some of the things I make. And yeah, you can find all my reading offerings on my website as well. So let's get into the reading and see what's coming up with this new moon in Leo. Okay, we're gonna hop right in and just look at what's coming up with this new moon in Leo energy. What's coming up? And then we'll go from there. I'm going to try to do my new moon and full moon questions a little differently because I think they got a little repetitive. So I'm going to try to mix them up a little bit more if you've been watching my videos. Yeah. We'll just see where we go from here. What is this Leo new moon bringing up for the collective? Mercury retrograde will be beginning, so always do maintenance on your car that needs done. It's just a channel message coming through. Like I said, I'm going to try to throw some more channeled messages into my readings, because why not? All right, what is coming up with this Leo new moon energy? All right, we have Justice reversed to start off, and we have the Wheel of Fortune reversed on the bottom there. So definitely kind of a feeling of justice has not been served yet, 111. Like you're awaiting some kind of like ball to drop, some pin to drop, something to happen to trigger this event, something that will feel satisfying, like justice has been served, someone got like their payback. You know, I'm feeling like there's been a lot of conflict, a lot of miscommunication, which it could also be the Mercury shadow period coming through, but generally I'm feeling like you're going to be a bit unsatisfied that justice has not been yet served. And with the Wheel of Fortune down here, I'm feeling like this might not go in your favor, at least not right away, because we have the Hangman here. So your perspective may need to shift for it to feel more satisfying. So if someone did you wrong, someone said something wrong, something happened where you feel like you were betrayed, where you feel like you deserve justice, especially if this actually is a legal case. I really hope it's not, but it might not go well right away, and this Leo new moon is going to be bringing up that need to change your perspective and to work on shifting. We had strength here on the top, shifting into your inner strength. It might be a little hard to, I mean, it's always hard to let people get away with things that you don't feel like they deserve to get away with. But sometimes it's out of our control. And I think with this Wheel of Fortune reversed here, we're going to be redirected to focus on what we can control with this Leo new moon energy. And not try to take things into our own hands, at least not now. And really, like I said, that perspective shift. Just, and this is also the Neptune card. I just realized that. A Neptune retrograde is happening, and this is the Leo card, of course. So I think with the Neptune retrograde, it's just like there's a lot of confusion going on. There's a lot of miscommunication, a lot of illusions, delusions kind of things. So it's a time to like really slow down and think about, like, think before you speak. That's the Mercury retrograde for sure, but it's also Neptune energy, just like not letting yourself get stuck in the clouds and thinking that things are different than they are. So that's a little bit unfortunate to start with, to be honest. But let's see what else is coming out. Leo new moon energy, what's going on? I feel like this is going to be kind of related to couples that are splitting, and like maybe there's children involved. It might be a tough battle at first, especially, you know, Leo does rule children. I believe that's the 5th house kind of stuff. So custody battles might be a thing for some people. What else can we say here for this Leo new moon energy? Queen of Swords. Yeah, all right, stick to the facts, stick to the truth. This, like, these are both truth cards in a sense. They're both kind of related to Libra and the air sign energy in general. But the Queen of Swords, like, takes no shit. She can be kind of cutthroat, at least to other people. Like, she's very straightforward. She's very straight to the point, searching for the truth. She doesn't, you know, make a decision before she weighs all of the information. And that's what I think this is saying, is before you try to like react to this initial, you know, justice reverse situation, look at the facts, gather the facts, especially if this is some kind of court case. gather the material and the help that you will need before you make any moves, before you make the situation harder. We have the Chariot reversed here, which tells me, yes, slow down. Do not do what your impulses are telling you to do. Gather the facts. Gather the truth. The truth will come to light as long as you take it easy, slow down, and let the things unfold. Having patience. Four of Cups reversed here. Don't ignore your emotions. You know, just don't act reactively. Don't act impulsively, which is harder to do than to just say. And we come back to that Strength card. Inner strength is going to be so needed. I just saw 555 there. I do feel like these changes are going to come in, and that justice will eventually be upright, and that things will get balanced out, but we really need to gather the facts. And that might even aid in your perspective shift. For the people that this is not about children and whatnot, that's just one case out there. For the people that this is more like maybe your job, maybe your friendships, your relationships, like personal relationships, maybe something happened that you felt betrayed and you want things to be balanced, it might take a shift in your perspective. It might take you understanding, not necessarily forgiving, but understanding where the other person was coming from. Maybe they were also overwhelmed by something. Maybe they, you know, I'm not trying to give excuses because no one has a valid excuse to be an asshole, but there are reasons that people do these things. And I think it's just a reminder that yes, we all have bad days. We do things we don't mean to do. We are human. So pull back and look at the facts here. Is this a pattern that has been established, or was this a one-off kind of thing? Yeah, let me, oops, sorry, I got like something in my eye. Get a little bit more here. You know what? I've changed my mind. I'm gonna get an oracle. What else do we need to know about this situation for the Leo new moon? This is very much a like getting a hold of your thoughts kind of feeling too. Like your thoughts are going to want to run rampant with various stories and possibly critiques, and it's going to be a time of reining that in. What else can we say here for this Leo new moon? Yes, just go for it. All right, interesting. Sorry, my snake is like up and doing things. Yes, just go for it. And we also have the True North, stay true to yourself, on the bottom of the deck, which was at the bottom of the deck before I started shuffling. So there is definitely something that you have been wanting to do. And you know what? There's even probably some of you that are misbalancing this. It's not always an outside source. There are probably some of you that are not balancing the scales. And it is time to go after what you want to go after. It is time to follow your true north. So the true north is like your North Star, your purpose, your calling, your, you know, what guides you, what you're always moving towards in your life. And Leo energy is all about staying true to yourself, and expressing your authentic self, being your creative, your bold, your proud self. And that is definitely important, especially when navigating these things, because staying true to yourself and going for the things that are important to you will attract people and situations that are more aligned with you, that will be part of this true north. And it will also help you, I think, with this Queen of Swords. Like, I really think just being true to yourself, trying not to lie to yourself, trying not to shimmy yourself one way or another, and just going after what you actually want will help you find the truth. And that might be why that Hangman was there earlier, for that perspective shift. There may be something that's saying, like, this door is closed for a reason. There is a reason that you can't go this way anymore, that you can't pursue this situation anymore. So there is a true north for you to be going for and to go for it. Maybe you've had a new idea. I'm hearing like creative businesses, some people that do like hair. There's something more obscure that I can't see. Like, I don't know what it is, but it's something different. So if you have like a different creative idea, some kind of entrepreneurship that you've been really wanting, but you haven't given yourself the courage, the pep to do it. This is a sign that yes, go for it. And it's a part of your staying true to yourself. You don't have to shut everything else down to do that. You don't have to quit your job to do that. You can start small, and that is totally okay. So, all right, let's see. What else can we say? What should we focus on with this Leo new moon? Focusing on with this Leo new moon, obviously Leo stuff, creative stuff, family, how you express yourself, feeling like there's someone that wants to dance who hasn't danced in a while, so go for that. And again, start small. What should we focus on with this Leo new moon energy? The Knight of Pentacles. Making slow progress is still progress. Making steady steps are steps towards your goal. And, you know, just because it's not like the goal is met right away, you're not making speedy progress, doesn't mean you're not making progress. We need to be able to find satisfaction in the journey itself, because if we don't do that and we only have satisfaction when the goal is met, it'll be so fleeting that it's like it never happened. It'll be like the goal is completed, you're happy for like 2 minutes, and then you're like, well, what's next? I completed that, now what? So we need to find some satisfaction in the journey along the way and be more compassionate with ourselves for it taking longer than we expected. And just know that every little step we make adds up. Kind of like, you know, when you're collecting change. I don't know why. Yeah, the coin. When you're collecting change, you know, when you save your 5 cents, your 10 cents, your 15 cents from shopping, and you put them in a little change jar, they pile up. And eventually they add up. My aunt saves her change throughout the entire year. And at the end of the year, she always has enough money for Christmas. Like, I don't know how that's possible. I barely use cash, so that's probably my problem. But she saves all that change all year and can use it to spend on Christmas and not have to dip into their money at that time for Christmas. So all that change, it added up. It added up to give them a happy holiday. So just something to keep in mind. And we do have the 5 of Swords in reverse at the bottom here. So I'm just thinking this is some mental conflict, some like unwinnable mental energy that you do not need to be expending. Focus on the little steps, focus on the little growth, focus on the little things you can do. I know personally I have been having a problem with not feeling like I'm doing enough, and I feel like this is a reminder to both you and me that little things, you know, they are progress, they are enough, and we need to have a little bit more confidence that they will add up, even if it feels like we're so far from our goal right now. So what else can we say on what we're focusing on for this Leo new moon? I wish y'all could see my snake. He only ever goes crazy when I'm doing a video. Like normally he's pretty chill, but now he's all over the glass. And his feeding day is tomorrow, so he's probably hungry, but what else can we say? All right, the Devil. Yeah, and what do we got down here? The King of Pentacles. All right, we are going to be resisting some temptations. We are going to be facing our shadow and trying to stay grounded. So like I said, those little steps add up. We need to not get swayed when the devil comes in and is like, hey, I know a quicker way to make this happen. You want to come? Because we got to focus on the hard work we got to do. We got this King of Pentacles down here. He knows what to do. He knows how, he has a partner that helps him manage the bounty of growth that they have throughout the year, the resources, and the Hierophant. It's okay to seek guidance from other people if you don't know every step of the way. If you don't have that confidence, it's okay to talk to someone to help you build that confidence. Especially, I see 777 over there, so I'm just gonna throw that out there. Especially for someone who maybe has been putting off therapy. That's just another message coming through. I feel like there are some people out here that have been putting off the idea of therapy, feeling like, what's the point? I don't have time for that. Will it really make a difference? Yes, all those little steps will make a difference, and you might not find the therapist you love right away. Be open to trying different therapists. If you find one and you're like, I'm not feeling a connection, it's okay to move on to another one. They are not all the same. I have had, I believe, like 10, 12, maybe even more than 10 therapists throughout my life, and more than half of them sucked. But some of them, like the one I have currently, is amazing. So be open to that. And yeah, the guidance, be open to getting support. The Emperor, yeah, more support here. More staying in your kind of confident energy as well, knowing that you have made it this far. You have made this many decisions. And the Tower. Some stuff may need to fall apart for new things to come through. And that is part of the process. That is part of the journey. Try not to let this devil tempt you into bypassing that part of the journey. That's what I'm going to say there. So let's get into the oracle themes for this new moon. Generally speaking here, I think we've got a lot of growth. We've got a lot of addressing inner stuff, inner courage, inner wounds, building our confidence in the long haul, and building our confidence to follow our North Star. Oh no. I can't deal with that right now. I'm sorry, my snake is doing something I've never seen him do before. So I'm just gonna get these messages, and then we'll check on him. All right, what are we focusing on with this new moon in Leo? Oh my God. I feel so unprofessional today. Not that I really need to be professional on my own YouTube account, like it's my stuff, so. But generally, I feel like I'm a little more composed. What are we focusing on with this new moon in Leo? Surrender. Surrender to the situation, surrender to the challenges, surrender to life not going your way right now. Shift your perspective. Like I was saying in the beginning, intuition at the bottom there. There's definitely going to be stuff out of your control that comes up. Oh my God. I can't look that way. I gotta look the other way. What else? Integrity. This one's been coming up for the last few readings, I think. So integrity, aligning with your values, aligning with your integrity, aligning with, stay true to yourself. This reminder really keeps coming through. Stay true to yourself, and the other things will fall into place. It's okay if it goes a little slower than other people you see. It's okay if it's not working out the way you want it to right away. It's okay if these scales are unbalanced at the moment. Keep searching for the truth. Keep staying true to yourself. Surrender to the circumstances that you can't change. Don't be tempted to take the easy ways. Easy ways. I hope that that's, I don't mean easy as in it's always easy to do. Like, think like addictions. It's easy to be addicted. It's harder to resist. Although anyone who's ever had an addiction or knows someone with an addiction, I come from an addictive family, knows that addiction is not easy. So when I say easy, I just mean it's the most comfortable. It's the thing you're used to. It's the thing that you reach for first. That's what I mean by easy. What else? What is another theme coming up for this new moon in Leo. He's not being this crazy anymore. Intuition is back. Yeah, listening to your intuition. A lot of this is just listening to yourself. That Hierophant card, I even see that as listening to your higher self. So if you don't get the guidance from an external source that you want, the answers you seek are already within you. That was actually the message for the Capricorn full moon. Or no, that was the message for the last quarter moon reading. It's the one right before this. The answers you seek are within you. And you need to be able to tune into it. Slow down, tune in, move forward, choices, patience. Damn, these are hitting. So we will still be moving forward. That progress, that slow progress is still progress. Choices will need to be made. Choices will need to be made. And patience. I mean, that goes with the whole spread in general. Patience, 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 patience. These things do not happen overnight. They do not, they barely happen like within 3 months, I would say. But anyway, the themes: surrender, integrity, intuition, surrender to the circumstances. I'm not going to read from the book today. I don't feel like I need to for these. Challenges coming up are just stirring up things in you. This is also a shadow work card, and I do feel like shadow work is something that is going to be coming up just with all this retrograde energy going on. Looking at where you are being triggered and figuring out how to deal with that, how to cope with that, how to, you know, nurture that lion, that, you know, angry part of you, that betrayed part of you, that, you know, there's going to be things that come up for you to look at. And the most we can do is surrender to what we can't control. You can look at what you can control, which honestly, we don't always have a lot of control. We have ourselves that we can control, and even then, it's limited. We can't control how we feel. We can validate it. We can control how we react, and that's just going to be part of the process as we uncover the truth, as we stay true to ourselves, have integrity, move with honesty, you know, stay true to yourself, follow your North Star, keep doing what you want to be doing, keep doing your thing, and the other things will fall into place. I'm not going to say they're going to fall into place like right away, and they might not even fall into place the way that you want them to. That is a hard pill to swallow, even for me, but they will fall into place eventually, as long as you are continuing to be true to yourself, listening to your intuition, letting go where you can let go. And again, that's sometimes a hard message, but I think that is all I really have for you guys today. Is we're going to have to really get centered in our heart and in our raw parts of ourselves. The wounded parts might come up, especially if this justice reversed was a betrayal of some sort. There will be some self-nurturing that needs to go on. And I was channeling the sacral chakra earlier. I felt like this was going to be more heart-centered, but I'm feeling like the sacral chakra area is going to be a big focus for some people. You know, the area of our motivation, our courage, our confidence, our sexuality. There is definitely more to it than that. So if you need to do a Google search on the sacral chakra, go ahead. But that area may need some work. We may be affected by these things. And you can look up sacral chakra exercises. I know hip opening is one of them. In general, grounding is probably a good idea just with all this retrograde energy going on. And yeah, you know what? I will get one advice card before I go. One advice for the collective. Because now that I'm here, I feel like it would make sense. What advice do we have for the collective? Seven of Pentacles. Yeah, it's going to take work. It's going to take patience and work. All right. There really wasn't much. It's going to take patience, trust in the long haul, trust in the long-term outcome. We have Temperance reversed down here, which just tells me we're going to really need to work on that balance area, having moderation, working on how we turn a shitty situation into a more beneficial one, or just a way that we can release it without storing it. But yeah, our advice is to keep chucking along, keep working, keep going. And eventually we will see this growth that we want. All right, you know what? That is all I have for you all today. Thank you for watching. If you made it this far, please like, comment, subscribe. I already said comment, share, whatever you feel called to do. It helps my page grow. Creators in general can't grow their pages unless there's some kind of engagement. So please engage. If you would like a personal tarot reading, they are available on my website. If you would like any of my stickers, stationery, witchy wellness products, they are also on my website, linked below. I'm gonna go feed my snake, and I will see you guys in about a week for the first quarter moon. Or is that the first quarter moon? I don't know. For whatever moon phase is next. I'll see you then.